And with that being said, welcome to the final karting video, or final day of this kart camp. This was, yeah, the last day. We plan to do like a last race to end this all, to complete this all. And as you can see, it's wet again. And yeah, now we're getting into the, I just want to say car, but it's the cart. We're getting into the cart for some practice. And here was my cart, the number 4 cart. Yep, putting my extra, what was it? I think 5 kilos in. Yeah, 5 kilos I was. And I could not get it closed, because I'm stupid. You can see I can't do it. But if you just press hard enough, you can see it will close at some point. And now I made it. So you can see violence, always a solution. Wishing him good luck. And now just sitting in the cart, waiting to go on the track for, yeah, it's not really the final time, but you get what I mean. And then we were finally going on track and closing the visor, and now it was just about getting comfortable with the cart, with the track. And someone already spun. Like, why not? You know, it's just the first corner. Why wouldn't you spin there? I mean, don't see what's wrong with it. Here, as you can see, the track is wet, so wet line. I'm sliding. It was not easy. These conditions were very hard. They were just understeering and letting him pass there. There it was dry, you can see, and there big drift, and it was definitely not easy for me in the beginning in there. The champion going wide. Everyone makes mistakes, I know. No, just kidding. There it was a bit dry again on the outside, so on the wet racing line it was pretty dry, you can see there. Now in this heavy braking zone, taking the wide line again, and they're just understeering, just not turning, just going straight on, because if there's water, you're on slicks. As rental cars do only have slicks, you're just gonna understeer. And they understeer again a bit. And yeah, so as I said, now it was just about getting comfortable with the track and the cart and the conditions. And yeah, I'll finally have a good camera angle, so you can see way more now. Yeah, I'm happy that I finally got able to do it correctly. So yeah, went a bit over the curb there, and this time didn't drift too there. So yeah, you can see there again, just bit kind little thing of a dry line there. But yeah, obviously not everywhere in there, just a little slide again. And it was, karting in general is actually like, you kinda wanna drift at some point, like at this fast left-hander, you want the car to rotate, and if you stay on this throttle, you're gonna be way faster to the corners. If you're gonna coast through it, they're very close to the grass, you're just gonna understeer. So you're mostly turning with the rear of the cart, not with the front, as you would probably imagine. And yeah, you gotta be brave enough to do that, and it was very hard in the beginning for me to be that confident. And in that last corner there was no grip at all. I was just finding it very hard to get through it fast, and there also a dry line. So yeah, it was really, I've really had my problems with these track conditions, and I got past. He let me pass there. Thank you. And you're just trying to. I've been really thinking about the race, and now I can't mess up now. I need to deliver now. This was gonna be important, especially because the day before I've been setting the third fastest time, I think. So I kind of knew that I got some pace, so it was some pressure to deliver there for sure, but it was not easy with that pressure to deliver, as you can probably imagine. And yeah, I was still gonna just try my best. Doesn't care about really about the result. Like, yeah, of course I want to perform well, but yeah, definitely still the most important thing was having fun. Well, who would think that I say it's about having fun? Who would think that? Yeah, this corner just again no grip there at all. Going pretty wide there. So really struggling with that corner. I can really say that there was no grip at all. You know, getting to that. So I had problems not in that corner with the exit the first day, because I cut at the racing line in the end and went a bit over it, which made me lose time because there was no grip. But I stopped doing that now and stayed on the outside, and that was definitely paying off. I was quicker because of that. Definitely. So this is a perfect example what's about to happen if you take the wet line in and if you take the dry line in the wet. And I've been just talking about this, and just take a look. Like, I won't talk about it in the video, but so I just stopped here. Take a look. Just it really shows you how important it is to use the weather line. It may didn't look very scary, but I can tell you it was scary as fuck. Like, I almost shit my pants after that. Not joking, it was pretty scary. It may only have been a little slide, but at that speed I think you may be going like, 45-50 kilometers per hour, which is not slow. So at this speed you don't want to crash. This would not be fun, wouldn't be nice. So yeah, I was glad to not crash there, but didn't look that scary, but was scary, which I would not have expected at all before I went there. And yeah, I learned a lot about wet weather racing there. So yeah, it was so awesome. I was really enjoying it. I loved it. I really loved it. Yeah, well, it then kinda was a bit boring, as I was just cruising around. Probably maybe a bit boring to watch. But yeah, I was now trying to set some fast laps, you can see. Activating human DRS, which, yeah, it is really helping. I already said in another video, I think, but it really is helping. You may not really think it is, but it's making quite some difference. Obviously only on the straights, but if you're behind someone in the slipstream, you can gain some big time from that. I can tell you, in the big slide, big drift, another big slide into drift mode. So yeah, trying to push now, and human DRS again, and through that fast left-hander, and actually being able to go through it flat for the first time, I think it is, but then went pretty deep there. There did the slide again, so I think you can definitely tell, if you compare it to laps before, that I was pushing, as I said already. But I found it really hard to push in the rain. It was really hard for me to find the limit of of the grip, of the tires, of everything. Well, it's rain, so it's not that easy. And it just makes it so hard to be fast in the rain because you're on slicks, and that's just rental cutting at you on slicks. You gotta really get used to it. Like when I first got in, I was like, oh, this thing got zero grip, but you can get kinda used to it. It's after some time, it's not that bad anymore. You really get used to it. And again, human DRS and flat through again, and little slide there, almost shitting my pants again. So yeah, it was a scary corner, and you could really see that there was now starting this dry line to form, and they're sliding again. So it was not quite dry enough. I was still sliding. Especially this last sector was still very wet. Then the curb was still pretty wet. And there I got on the wet part and I was just understeering. No chance at all. It was pretty horrible if you only touch it a little bit and the tires instantly, it doesn't have any grip anymore at all. Like you're just sliding, and yeah, if you're unlucky getting off track, but luckily not there because there's a bit of an runoff. So yeah, you are pretty lucky there if you got understeer. And that corner is also horrible. You turn in and nothing happens. And they're drifting again. So I just in general said it so often already, in their track limits are not existing. I'm having such a hard time to these corners, these hairpins, and they are such important corners. You need to get them right to be able to make an overtake, or to try and make an overtake. They're big time over the curb. Because yeah, they're going into the longest straight, and you won't have a good exit. So getting out of the good is important. They're on the wet part again, and yeah, that's also why it's so hard. You can't overtake, and there was practice over. Just a second, easy. And yeah, it's just, again, it's not turning. You can't go side by side, which makes racing pretty boring, as you need to kind of wait for the enemy or the opponent to make a mistake. Otherwise, you can't really overtake, which can be annoying when you're being stuck behind someone, especially if they're slower and you can't do anything about it. And this was gonna happen. I'm not able to overtake. Will be a very close race. The last video was already super close racing, and you will love it. I think you will love it. So stay here. Don't go away just yet. You will miss a lot if you're not gone already. And they're drifting again. And yeah, now just getting into the pits. Or on my way into the pits, I better say. So now slowing down. There's no one behind me is gonna drive into me. Would be bad if it happens. Would not really be ideal. So getting in the pits and going to stop. The bump there is horrible. So yeah, it's so horrible, you can't imagine it. So yep, coming to a stop here. Next one, yeah, so we've been 2 groups. Next one waiting for the cart. So taking my weights out. And taking my time. And it was a great time, which I did not know at first. Like, it did not feel really that quick, but it was really drying up and I was pushing on that. You could hear the reaction. So yeah, awesome stint. Got a good feeling for the car. Next up is quali, which will be important as it is still pretty wet to have a good starting position. So getting the helmet back on again, and now it was time for quali. So he wished me good luck, and there have been 2 things going majorly wrong. So as you can see, this seat input thing is still in. He forgot to put it out. I have never driven with this kind of thing. It was very different, I can tell you. And I forgot to take it out. Means it was not very comfortable, like that's how you can say it. And second of all, I asked the champion, who has a lot of experience in karts, if he thinks we could already use the dry line. So he said yes, apart from that chicane thing, or the chicanes. And I thought I could trust him, and I don't think he meant it in a bad way, so it was on purpose. But I'm just gonna say it was not ready for dry line yet. At least for me, I was not able to do it. And well, my cart was off. Oh no, it was the seat. Shit. So yep, put the seat back. Because obviously I don't want to have it be uncomfortable in the cart. Well, quali. So he went to get to the back, waving him, wishing him good luck. I can't speak. So yeah, it was not ready for a dry line, and now it was about warming the tires up, and you could see in the GoPro just there is a raindrop starting to go down. So it was starting to get a bit more rain, and you could see on the outside it was dry there, and here it was also pretty dry, and here you can definitely use the dry line, but not here. Maybe. So it seems pretty dry, but it was not ready yet. I've already been messing it up right away. So she let me past, I went through, and yeah, it was not ready yet. I'm saying it so often, but you will see, you will see it when it gets ready, and it was very, very frustrating. So yeah, for now it was about getting the car all on temperature, and yeah, getting the tires all up to speed, getting them ready, and they're just understeering. They're already messed up my time there. It's a big traffic jam, and now was about to get a good final corner here, and I was not getting a good one, just understeer. So human DRS, and now it was about to push to the apex. Was all good, and they're trying the racing that and just understeering. Didn't cost that much time. Yeah, I don't know. It did cost time, yeah. Then here I tried it. Didn't really work either. Here you could use the dry line, and now here it was getting interesting. You just understeer again in the traffic, and yeah, then I made room for him, of course, because I didn't want to ruin his lap. And the oversteer, he got a nice slipstream. And yeah, I just completely messed up my lap there and got completely into traffic. And I just had to launch it down the inside to not lose any more time. So yeah, now final sector. And I thought like, yeah, it's not ready yet for dry line. I'll take the wet weather line again. Just gonna push on this one. And going wide there, and over the line we go, and it was horrible, I can tell you. Yeah, just got bad traffic. It was very annoying, I can tell you already. I got 7th. Like, the time did get faster than to practice, but it was drying up. Yeah, I was annoyed. Yeah, I screamed there, 25. Because I've been doing a 125. And it was so fucking slow. You can't imagine it. Oh. I've been so annoyed. You can't imagine how annoyed I was. It was pretty good. I was, yeah, you can't imagine. I was so fucking annoyed. And we were now just getting back into the pits, and yeah, it was a messed up quali, but it's gonna be a pretty long race. I'll have quite some time to gain some positions and work my way up the order again. And I will have to. You can see there it got pretty wet again, pretty wet a bit, whatever. Because as I said, it started to rain a bit again, which it was not ideal. I was not feeling good. I was just feeling good in the dry, and then it starts to rain. Like, of course it has to, you know. It was, yeah. It had to be, you know. And yeah, just taking the weights out again, and yeah.
Scheiße.
Yeah, you could hear. I was pissed. As I already said. And yeah. I threw my gloves on the ground, which is something I like to do even at home here when I'm pissed. I take my gloves and throw them to the whole room. Yeah, that's something I'm doing sometimes. But now we're gonna get right back into the kart for the auto lap and then for the race. As you can see, it is really wet now, so yeah, it was gonna get interesting. It was about to get interesting. It was like, I'm not gonna spoil it, but there've been some pretty good fights again, like last race. The camera died in the end, and you can't see me going to the finish, but at least so after the camera died, there was not that much interesting going on anymore, just basically me going in front. And the overtaking it did before camera died, so thanks camera, you stayed until then. He bumped the kart, yeah. And this time I didn't have to wait long until we get out, because yeah, that was his name, and I made fun of him going into the kart there. Yeah, I know I'm a strange guy. I'm a sim racer, of course I'm strange. So pointing out, now it was important to get the tires up to temperature, and you could hear the rain. It was very wet again. As you can see, it was slippery as hell. Just understeer there, and yeah, that was pretty hard now. So you were used to the dry conditions, and now it's wet. So, oh, it was not completely dry, but there you could really see it was pouring down rain. May was even worse than than the first day. So it really was not fun. And yeah, it was just understeer, as you can see, turning, and I was in the rubber and it was just understeering. So yeah, again, you don't want to be on the normal racing line, as there is the rubber from people going to dry over it and over it, and the tire getting worn out, and then there's the rubber of it laying around. They're just understeer. That was a bit scary. And yeah, off the racing line there isn't that a rubber thing, so you can go there without, you are quicker taking a wide line than the normal racing line. They're taking a little drift out of there, not just waiting. So my friend got a P2, which, well, congrats to that. That was pretty good, I can tell you. And I was just waiting there till it's my turn, which thankfully didn't take too long. Then I was gonna set off to the starting grid, yeah. So now I was just warming up the tires a bit more, and they were not happy when I was doing that, I can tell you already. There, drift on the curb. There's just getting a bit more temperature into the tires. And just taking it slow this time, as last time they were a bit pissed on me. So taking it easy this time and waiting for the instructions from them. Yep, this time made it well. I learned my lesson. Yeah, it's pretty wet there. And then it was finally the moment of truth. Was about to start. I'm gonna say I was damn nervous there. I was it was very bad, and not just waiting for the lights to go on and hoping to get a good start, which would be pretty hard. And the lights went on. Getting ready. Second light. Third light. Looking down again. I don't know why. Fourth light. And slides out, and away we go. Sprinting to the car, jumping in. And go, 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 go. Kangaroo mode. To the outside. Slap visor. He having a mega start because he doesn't have any weights, so gained one position but lost one. Next to the girl I once killed, and he goes pretty wide there. I go onto there and bit of slide. Trying to go there but getting squeezed. Trying to go around the outside but getting very close. Getting pushed wide there onto the curb. Trying to switch back, didn't quite work. Super close racing here, got beaten by a girl. Oh no. Now was just about to settle into the race, find the rhythm with oversteer there and just understeer. Bit of oversteer. Just coasting a bit there and understeer again. And now it was just about finding my way to the race. Sun getting down there. A bit wide there. So my friends, he had a horrible start. Yeah, you could see him. He went for the second, like to 6th or 7th or so. Like he had a horrible start. I only lost one position. So yeah, I think he should be 7th now. And he started 2nd, so I can imagine that he is very, very frustrated from that, which is only normal, I think. So he was right ahead of me now, and we were about to have a good race, I can tell you. Bit of understeer there again. That's a very hectic first lap down, now right behind him. And it was still got even more mad, I can tell you. He kinda side by side, he goes a bit deep. Almost contact. I tried down the inside, but you don't want to try that. I pull back, as it's only smart to do that there. Then running a bit wide onto the curb, but nothing bad. Looking behind again, see where the other people are. And going onto the curb again, big time there. The rain coming down really heavy now. My race was about to unravel, but I'm just gonna shut up and let you see what's about to happen.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Yeah, well, that was, I guess that was my first crash in karting. Yes, you could hear I was very frustrated. Yes, you can probably imagine. It was not cool. Surprisingly, it did not hurt. Just understeer there. I was frustrated and messed up my race already, so yeah, it was not really nice. But yeah, now it was just about to recover it, do a good recovery, and yeah, not crash again. Probably the most important thing. And just try to gain as many positions as possible to make it a bit less worse. Yeah, the youngest guy there ahead of me. I was way faster than him, tried down the inside there, but ooh, touched him. Yeah, that was not ideal. Like, as I already said quite often in this, also in the videos before, is that yeah, if you're off the dry line, it's very slippery. And yeah, if you want to overtake someone, then you gotta somehow go the inside or outside. And on the outside it's gonna be dangerous that the guy on the inside kills you, and on the inside it's gonna be interesting if you gonna kill the other guy. As there's the rubber and everything, so yeah, it can be dangerous. And they just about made it, but you got the inside. Somehow got past. There he goes down the inside there. Pretty close racing. No, I was ahead of him, but I don't think it was over yet. Took it easy there, and big slide. Still sliding. Yeah, I was super mad at that point. As I also said a lot of times, I'm always repeating me here, but I'm very frustrated. There, made a mistake in the exit. He's down on the main side. Now that the other guy, that's the champion. So he had engine problems and had to change the card. And I'm gonna spoiler, he's still gonna win. He's that quick. So yeah, he went. He goes past me there. And he's pulling away even more. Even though it may look a bit like I'm making fun of myself with the Tokyo Drift music the whole time while I'm sliding. But I've just been really struggling on the exit. Because, yeah, I don't know, there did a slide again. Yeah, I think it's quite normal though that you sometimes mess up your line in the rain. Well, not normal, but it's hard to not do it, and I'm not experienced at all. Not gonna lie. So yeah, There's, I mean, he's having a big slide there. Now right behind him, the very big drift. It had to be done. Music had to be added. So you could really hear, as soon as I started sliding, how the engine revved up. It was, yeah. There's that again. Now I just wanted to get past and just dived on the inside. Well, this was not great, obviously, but yeah, 100% my fault. I just braked way too late, not way too late, but I braked too late, trying to get past him as fast as possible, because I still wanted to gain a lot more positions, and yeah, he just braked earlier than me, and yeah, well, said 100% my fault. But this kind of thing also happened to one of my recent Nations Cup races, and this race was horrible. I know this was one of my worst races I had for a long time. Yeah, I'm sorry that there's no audio, but for some reason I can't record audio with the screen recorder from Windows, and I don't have anything else. Of course, I could copy the clip from the PlayStation stick, but it would take too long, and yeah, I'm lazy, you know. So yeah, you can see the group ahead. Just trying to catch up to them now. And my god, my lord, I will catch up to them. It will be an awesome fight, I can already tell you. They're sliding again. Drifting sideways. Yeah, now I was really pushing, trying to catch up. There you can see sliding on basically every corner on the absolute limit. Probably losing time by that, but just trying to push and then you make mistakes. You know that. Everyone makes it. If you're not an esports driver, which I don't think you are, then you're gonna do this as well. And yeah, I mean, it was one of my first proper karting races. Of course, I will be horrible. But yeah, I think it will still be a pretty good recovery, I can tell you. But I won't spoil too much, so it's still gonna be exciting to watch. And yeah, human DRS to push now. And yeah, with that human DRS just trying to gain that 1 more tenth. I don't know if it was really gonna give me 1/10, but you know, every little bit counts now. Big time on the curb there. So yeah, as I said, every little bit of time counts now, and it's just pushing now, you know, just right behind someone now. Trying to get past him. They're taking maybe a bit too tight line. They're sliding again. Yeah, no, slide again. Big drift. There, he messed up his exit a little bit, maybe. I don't know. Human DRS again to get that extra bit of straight line speed. They're pushing at that corner. He goes a bit wide there, but I'm still too far away to try and make a move. They're going a bit bit of the track. Don't do that, Maxi. Look behind, then I almost spun. That already happened to me the first day. I looked behind to see what the guy behind me was, and then I spun. On turn 2, turn 3, turn 2 there was a very big drift there. Drifts on that corner have been pretty scary to saw the grass and like, oh, it gets closer and closer and closer, and he was at a big drift there in the last corner. And yes, sorry. As I already said before, I think. Sure. Yeah, it was not gonna be the whole race recorded, as for some reason the battery died again. So you can't see me crossing the finish line. And the guy had having a big slide. Big drift, he's in drift mode. I'm getting held up a bit by him. So yeah, not the whole video record for some reason. I'm sorry. I don't know why that is. There's no camera died, but I don't know why the battery died. Sorry, what's going on? Yep, my head was itching there. Yeah, it was hard to scratch your head while driving, and I had to do it. What's wrong with my throat now? I don't know. I'm getting old. And they're kicking off in front of us. Two white there. Two brothers side by side. And they're very close. I'm trying down the inside. I got no grip in contact. Even no grip there, and then sliding again, and lost a lot of time. So yeah, I think what I'm doing wrong there is that I take a too tight line. I have to take a wider line there to have more grip. And yeah, back to the very close there ahead of me again. So yeah, 4-way fight now again, as in the last race as well. So he takes a narrow line there. And they are side by side, and he goes very wide there onto the grass, and I also go into the grass. Did the same as my friend in front of me. It was interesting, and he got passed by his brother, by his little brother. And they side by side again. He was around the outside. Is he gonna make it stick? He made it stick. And there's a stupid water drop. He's having a big slide there. Probably locked the brakes in the braking. Of course, why would you otherwise lock the brakes? Sliding again, and now right behind them. Can I get him moved on? He goes wide there, and she spun. Now I'm behind him. Now it was time to send it. I was waving him. Didn't see me. Oh, shit. Good exit. Not too far away, and the spray, you could hear it. It was spitting into my face. That stupid spray. So yeah, it's really close now. Taking a bit of a slide there, going wide. He goes down on the inside there. He made contact, and I having a little slide there again, but no sound this time. This was not good enough of a slide. The drift for the Tokyo Drift music. Now human DRS. Now I really need to have that extra straight line speed. His brother pulled away a bit. No, it was only us for now. Only us too. Sounds wrong, I know. He's having a big slide there. And next to me, oh, the curb! And he gets a shower there. Absolutely getting a shower there through that puddle. Oh my god, that was so funny. Oh my, I have to laugh at that shit. I can't even speak anymore. Like, that shit was so funny. I remember that. That was so stupid. So stupid funny. You only spun there. The same which happened to me before. And now it was only us two. but I was gonna stay ahead for the rest of the race because I didn't make any big mistakes anymore, so it was gonna be a bit boring of a race. Well, not boring, but to watch it's a bit boring. But I'm not gonna cut it out because it's the last few laps of this Kart Camp. So I'm gonna let it play for you because I'm such a nice person. Oh my god, my voice. Yep. And that was when the battery died. And so yeah, that was it. That was the race. Can show you last few clips my parents made while I was while I was racing. Yep, exactly. Yeah, that's it. It's over now. This was the last video about it, and I'm gonna let you enjoy these last few clips. And I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did so, please like and subscribe if you're new here. And yeah, see you next time. Goodbye.
Nee, da ist Martin. Martin? 15. Oh, da gab's ein paar.